currently live, so it doesn't really matter. But the point of this one is to figure out and get some ideas as to what videos you would like to see coming out from me on this channel. That would be tremendous. But for the meantime, I'm just going to paint away until such people come online, and then we can chat. So I have been working on this painting for quite some time now. I'm enjoying myself very much doing it. So I don't know why I added in water there to the mix. This is a large oil painting, and I need to put out some more white here. Currently using the Artisan, is that blurry? The Artisan oil mixable or water mixable oil color titanium white. So to the one person who has joined, this is where I want to hear your ideas for videos to come up, what things you'd like to see. So currently doing an oil painting, but it is water mixable oil, so I don't know, does that fit with Woodward's watercolors? Well, I have done some printing, which again the inks are, hi David, the inks are mixable with water. How are you doing? Do chat away to me please, because it's just you and me at this current point. No, trying to figure out what colours I'm actually seeing here. These are, some of these are dried up ever so slightly over the weekend. Need to put some more colours on the palette. Too much pressure? Hello, hello, hello. Very well, thanks. How are things in Northern Ireland? Things in Northern Ireland, it was beautifully warm at the weekend. I mean, really stunning for us, like 24 degrees, which is just absolutely wonderful. And now it's back down to about 12 and starting to rain. Hi Mike D. I'm pleased all these people are coming online. Yeah, so I am currently working on this large oil painting, which I've been fiddling away at for ages, which is, I've got my reference image down to my right there. So do share, what is it that you'd like to see? Because I mean, do you want to see more landscapes? Do you want to see seascapes? Do you want to see me attempt to draw animals? What is it that you'd like to see? So, and I haven't done one of these lives in ages, so do chat. I'm going to just be working away here. Footering, I think is the word. Footering and enjoying myself. Hello, spider behind you. Where's the spider? Is there a spider behind me? Hello, spider behind you. Is there a spider behind me? You need to help me out there. Above me? Where's the spider above me? There was one in here. Are you thinking about the line? Is that it there? My closeout? Well, no, there is a little thread there. What am I missing? Hello from Canada, Leslie. Left side. Spider behind me, left side. Now, where? Hi, Colin, what better evening workout? I'm glad I've provided you with an excuse. Mike D, show us a cityscape in true style of, in the style of Joseph Zubovic. I have no idea who that is. I'll have to research this now. I'm interrupting workouts. I'm trying to find a spider, and I'm greeting people from Canada. All in a day's work. Right, so well, this is the first suggestion. Mike D says, show us a cityscape in the style of Joseph Zubovic. It was maybe a joke, Jerry. Is it just because you wanted me to go, where is it? What is that? I actually thought it was my little Christmas decoration in the corner. Making up, I'd love to hear or see how you decide what to paint when out and about, what you look for. Keep losing so much time just walking around lost. Well, I can answer that very quickly. And then the answer to that is really whatever catches my eye. And sometimes even whenever it hasn't caught my eye, I think, I'll just do this. The spider is a recessed light. Fees. Sorry, Mike D, this is lost on me. I did try. I don't know. Where am I? Sayafna Khalifa. Where am I? Hello, nice to meet you. I am from Northern Ireland, very close to Belfast. Priyam Singh. I try to live like black and white, but I am so blue. Right, okay. I'm just going to keep painting here. So what I'm working on, it's actually lovely, you know, having something up in the studio that is just a slow burner, because normally I like to keep working on things. So it's actually really, really nice to have something that is just that bit kind of slower, which is just lovely. That's taken me a long time to be able to do that, because I tend to like to get things done all the time. Okay, show us the paper and what you're doing, please. It ain't paper. What could it possibly be? And it ain't watercolor. And I will show you in a little bit, but I want to hear more as to what it is that you would like to see. Now I'm thinking there's a spider. Honest to goodness. You guys are messing with my head tonight. Right, so ideas. We have the one idea. Oh, sorry, two ideas. Okay, making it up. I'm clearly overthinking it all. Yeah, likely you are. You know it, and I think part of it is because we think if I knew what I was doing, I would do this. When actually those that know what they're doing are people who've just done what they do. If that makes sense. JF, a panel acrylic? No, not a panel, not acrylic. Morns Wonder, hi. We're from the Cooley Mountains. I like mountains and geology subjects. Yes, well, very interesting. I do love me a mountain as well. Cityscape like New York in the rain. Well, I actually love me a cityscape, Mike, so I love that idea. Okay, this is good. Do you know what? I need to go and get myself a bit of paper, actually, don't I? And then I can actually write down all these wonderful things you're suggesting. But before that, I need to get me some cadmium yellow. And I shouldn't really show you what type of paint it is, because then you would know. Keep the guesses coming, people. Keep them coming. We had a heady 18 people that were online there, and now we have 12. So clearly, I'm not that entertaining. Saafna says, show to me. Not quite yet. I will turn it around at some point. I'm just easing myself into this live here. What videos, here's another good question. What videos have you really enjoyed that I've done? What have been the ones that you're like, yes? Now the Derwent Inktense one that brought about so much debate was forever the one that seems to have been wonderful for me and good for everybody else. So, I mean, more of the watercolor pencils, is that what you'd all like to see more of? I need to put out more green. Oh my goodness. So keep them coming. I should be asking you, what do you think I'm painting as well? That's another good one to get you all wondering. Mike D sketching with Toby was awesome. Remember those? Yes, well. I mean, and actually Toby and I are away in the Cotswolds this weekend together. JF, oils, yes, very good. Oil on canvas. Maybe it's that beautiful island where with the upside down lighthouse. It's actually not. Morn's wondering Inktense rules. So Inktense, I think, probably is something that I probably should do more of, because I think, I mean, I really, really love using them, and we'll not get into the debate as to whether they're actually watercolor pencils or not. I mean, that's what Inktense call them, but. So it's not Rathlin Island. I'll tell you what it is. So it's the Mourns. It's a part of you walking up Sleeve Donard. There's this beautiful bit where the it breaks to this lovely sort of idyllic stream and trees and rocks, and it's really, really pretty. And that is what I am currently working on. But I will turn it around a wee bit. But do keep the suggestions coming, so these are good. So cityscapes, Inktense watercolor pencils, how you select. I mean, some people use a viewfinder. You were saying, who was it said? So making it up said, clearly I'm overthinking. But you know, some people use like a little viewfinder to try and figure out what it is that they want to paint. Which I think, if that, you know, it is all about what works for you. So if that's working for you, then that's maybe something to try as well, you know. You can hear the scratchiness of the, which is one of the things I love about doing oil, is the scratchiness noise. Okay. Mike D, when you're plein air, have you ever been approached by children asking you to draw a cat or a dog? No. I've been approached by children asking to see what I'm doing, which is lovely, and also other people, and then people ask, can they take a picture? And I think, sure. Morns Wanderer, I know the location, very beautiful indeed. It absolutely is. Making it up. Be interested in seeing how you paint scene set at night with the weather changing. Oh yeah. Well, I have got a video up of painting at night, so you can check that out, but that is still a good idea to do again. JF, what's the temperature like, Colin? It's about 12 degrees, 10 degrees. Colin, I see you're wearing a sweatshirt. We still have warm temps in Italy, but had rain all last night. Yeah, no, it's not anywhere near what you guys have had, but it sounds like what you guys have had has been absolutely brutal as well, you know. So we met an Italian family that were walking up in the north coast, and was just chatting to them, and I actually had said to them, Jeff, about you saying how warm it is, and they were like, it's just unbearable really. So sorry for you about that. It's not much fun. Okay, now I need to get more green out here. So what I'm using is these bad boys. It's the Winsor & Newton Artisan, the water mixable oils, and I really, really like them. I've started mixing less with water and just using them more straight, and they're oils, so I don't know how they work, that they're water mixable now, but they are phenomenal. So I'm a big fan of these guys, so that's what I'm currently using at the minute. And it's lovely. Do you know, one of the things is lovely is I was just about to say, emphasis of my dedicated art space. It's just so lovely having a space that is. We should take you on a tour actually. Hold on, flip the camera around. Okay, so this is the studio, and I'll show you what I'm painting. Ta-da! So it's still a work in progress, but we're just going to keep going with it. So this is my little washing line that I have that just works for prints. This is a painting I was very pleased with. My little chair I sit, kettle area. You just always need some candles, where I keep my aprons and prints and things, storage, canvases, more storage, and then the bookshelves and prints and things, and then the little desk that I get to sit at. I just installed a little Venetian blind there, which is just tremendous, and then the view out to the house and right round, and there's what I'm working off in my wee press. So it is an absolutely wonderful space, and it's just a real privilege to have it. So yeah, that's what I'm painting. So that's what I'm working on while chatting away with you guys. Now I'm gonna have to set all this down. You guys will. There we are. It's me back again. So let me catch up on what you guys are saying. So making it up, Envis dedicated art space, McD. It was in Italy in July, August, 40 degrees. I mean, 40 degrees is brutal. Water soluble oils, they are interesting. Get yourself some and try them. Artisan, Winsor & Newton. Thanks, Mike D. Making up, you love it. Yes, Mike, it's been a long, hot summer. I'm lucky not living in a town or city. Yeah, I would imagine that makes it even worse. So, can I ask, where are you in Italy then, JF? I think we're all a little bit jealous of you getting to be in Italy, I have to say. I mean, Italy, I visited Rome, Limone and Malchesney. And it was just, that was my honeymoon, which is now 18 years ago. So, I need an excuse to go back. Really, I think that's the important thing to say. Oh, Florence. Twist this around a little bit so I can still see you while I'm painting. Mosaics galore, the region is Emilia Romagna. Emilia Romagna. Does that sound Is that good? I remember there was a guy in place I used to work. He used to walk around the place going, "I hate this place." I remember that. He just used it all the time. "I hate this place." Moons wonder, what about lighting, especially during the dark winter evenings? Awesome workspace. Lighting's great. Just it's the little spotlights are brilliant, and I got it so that I can do 2 and 2. You know, you can have either 2 on or the 4, and then I have a little desk light as well, and then my little just sort of standard light as well. Okay. Florence is probably the hottest city, I'd imagine. Jeff. Ciao da Firenze. I'm trying my best here. Trying my best. You can rate me, JF, as to whether I actually sound like I'm speaking Italian or some other ridiculous sound. Loving the cadmium yellow. Romania is the pronunciation. We could be here a long time with me trying to read how you pronounce Italian. I don't think that will go too well. Right, so back to the task at hand. We're getting distracted. What else would you like to see? Now, you could do a series on painting in Italy. Wouldn't that be just amazing? Imagine that. That would be just absolutely awesome. Come to a workshop. Yeah, I am right there. I am right there. I'm quite sure I could convince Toby to do that as well. I think my wife might all of a sudden take up watercolor at that point as well. He would blame her to get to go and visit Italy. I'm right there. The thing I love about doing another medium like this is it's just so much fun, you know, experimenting and just doing something other than watercolor for a while, and then also I find that really invigorating going back. So is this a commissioned piece for somebody, or are you painting it for my own pleasure? Painting for my own pleasure, Mike D. Just I've got to this place where I just pretty much paint all the time and have something going, and I'm just love painting. And you know, when I've done a commission, I tend to just actually finish the commission. I'm just waiting back to hear that the people are happy with it. Hopefully that'll be the case, and tend to reward myself by doing more stuff that I just want to do, you know, after I finish the commission, which is really nice too. And if this thing I was watching Monet, there's a video footage of Monet painting. I loved how erratic his brushstrokes were, and I thought, you know, just there's something to be said about that, about the marks we make and the speed we make them at. Hi from Canada, says my Grace Cottage. Hello, is your name Grace, or is it just the name of the cottage? Or I've definitely seen you interacting sometimes, so thank you for that. Thank you for watching. How is the beautiful Canada? I flew into Toronto once. What are other viewers doing art-wise? Yes, good question. Interact. What are the rest of you up to? Do you find it easy to pick up the pen or the brush? Do you find it a challenge? Can I help you with that? What's going on for you? Trying to... got this olive green. I don't know whether I like it, and it's very, very granulated. It's awful hard to tell what it's doing. The thing I love about oil as well is like they take forever to dry, which gives you lots of opportunity to keep going. Name of cottage, Nancy. Ah, very good, Nancy. Be good to meet you. That's exciting. Thank you for booking in for that. Are you over anyway, or are you coming specifically for the workshop? Or I'm under no illusions either. Toby, I know is the main draw, but hey, It's great. Maybe that's not true that he's the main draw, but could be. Anyway, don't answer that. Toby's great. Really looking forward to seeing him this weekend in the Cotswolds and hoping to do some videos as well while I'm there, so that'll be fun. Always love getting a flight and going away for a bit. Okay, so I do not want to bore you all senseless, so I don't want to stay on for too long, so keep the ideas coming. A comment here from JF, I'm doing a month of selfies in my sketchbook, very good. Loving it and taking it easy, doing a different theme each day, well wonky at times. Morning's Wanderer, hi JF, I produce most of my serious work using graphite charcoal. How's about yourselves? Very good, guys. And thank you so much for coming over for the work, booking to come over for the workshop. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. I love mixing colours, love mixing colours, and I know that loads of people don't. I just think it's great. Such an enjoyable thing. I think a lot of people feel a lot of pressure. What's your thought about mixing colours? Do you like mixing colours? Is it something that's difficult? Do you find it easy? Do you are you very hard on yourself when you're mixing colours? Is it something that just you feel like you should be better at? What is there anybody else out there who loves it like I do? Also, sometimes for me, the like sheer kind of excitement of what a colour actually does when it mixes with something else, I always find that so interesting. Artist block? No, I don't, because I don't give into it. I just go and paint. And I think what Picasso said, whatever you think of Picasso, what he said, that inspiration finds you working, is absolutely right. And I just have the discipline of I just paint most days, certainly every other day. Be very, very rare that I would go for more than a couple of days without painting, and therefore that's just what I do. And I find actually, taking on commissions and things is very helpful with that, because you just force yourself to do it, making it up. My colour mix is very Bob Ross, a happy accident. But then, then the more you do it, the more you realise, okay, when I add this to this, and I think it does become more intuitive as well. The more it's like the more you do anything, you just start to get a sense of it. It's like I'm an art technician or an HE and art technician 4 days a week in a school, and the more I bake and things, the more you think I must add. I wonder what happens if I add that to this, or you learn some hacks and things, and then you just start to get a feel for it, So I think it's a bit like everything in life like that. Morning's Wanderer, hate mixing colours, that's why I work with shades of grey. Love watching your colour work though. Thanks very much. I hope it comes across. I just can't get enough of it. I just think it's just a great thing, mixing colours. Always have. Never felt I always feel like people are kind of intimidated by it, when I think it's just a process, you just. And also, I'm just stepping back to doing the step back. Are we starting to look like? I don't think so. We're getting somewhere. We'll know we'll get there. Okay. Like now I'm thinking, okay, so I've got this colour. One thing I do hate is wasting colour. So I will, particularly with oil, because it's more expensive, I will mix to find a colour. Okay, JF, I just sketch paint for me. It's like play for me, observe and record everyday stuff. Nice. That'll be a nice. It's a comment I made about the journal. It's a classroom and a journal. Sketchbook really becomes that. Making up. You're right. I have a favourite shadow shade now for white buildings that I discovered. I'm pretty sure I'm reinventing the wheel, but I'll take it as a win. No, I wouldn't put yourself down with that. It's for all of us figuring out, okay, well, how does this work for me? And it's about best practice. There's a common practice, sorry. It's not about there's a right or a wrong way to do things. We all find our way of doing it, and I think sharing it is really helpful. actually so enjoying this painting. Just so very different to what I normally do, you know. Not that's seeing how Monet painted. I just find that so inspiring because it was erratic and all over the place, and it wasn't erratic and it wasn't all over the place. Okay, other suggestions then. So a workshop in Italy. Well, there's another lady had messaged and said that she can't get over for the workshops, but would love to. You know, we could come over and do one in Washington, which again, absolutely would love to do. But who knows? Who knows where this goes? We're just all doing our bit for now. Okay, any other comments, questions, suggestions? I'm getting lost in my colour mix in here. I need this lighter. I need this. It's funny, you know, you think it's light and then you put it on the canvas against a colour that you already have and you realise it's actually not that light at all. Okay, our conversation's starting to dry up a bit, so been on for about half an hour. Don't want to overstay my welcome. So let's give it another 5 minutes. And if there's loads and loads and loads of conversation, then I'll not kill it. But if there's not, then sure, we'll leave it there. But this has been really beneficial. So to everybody who has suggested something, it is so much appreciated. Thank you for coming on and suggesting. I also, do you know, working big's really... Oh, let's show you. So one thing I have, and I'm definitely going to do a video on, is on this. This is, I can't remember, this is like £2 or £3. It's from the Mala range, and it's kids, a big massive roll of paper. I don't know what the GSM is. Does it say? I'm sure it says somewhere. Anyway, it's a big roll of paper, and I'm gonna just stretch it from one side to the other and draw quickly. Workshop in Canada anytime. Anytime. So far we're going to Washington, Canada, and Italy. Sounds good. Mike D and Florence, there are not as many workshops as you might think. We are lacking talented workshop leaders. Good money, probably. I'm sure it is. Listen, I love me taking a workshop. Love it. It's great fun. JF nicely said, Colin, art creation is such a personal, intimate process that it only makes sense to find your own way. Yes, you're all over it. Whether you use the tools that are recognised as the right way. I mean, and what is proper use? Jag, workshop on west coast of Ireland in small fishing village. Yeah, well, actually, we have lots of small fishing villages on this side of Ireland as well. So, there's so much scope. And Toby and I are going to be taking a workshop in Belfast next October. So, that would be cool if you ever want to come to that one. I'm looking around. So, well, here's what one of the things I do is I mix a colour for a specific part, and then I look around the painting and look at the reference picture and think, is it anywhere else for that? You would come for that one? Mike D, where are you? Need to get some texture into this side. I'll give you a wee look at it before I cut you all off. So, Mike D, where are you in the world? Are you America or local or where? Well, local being, to me then would be obviously somewhere else in Northern Ireland or Belfast direction. Right, I need to get more, I need more cadmium yellow on, and I need more white. It says, well, you're here. You're in Florence. Wow, excellent, cool. Sorry, I didn't pick up on that. I lost on JF and wherever he was. I'm not even attempt trying to pronounce it again. I would have to scroll up. My hands are full. So we've got more cadmium on here. Florence. Oh. Should show you my Love this palette. Feels so artisty. There's a word, artisty. I'm gonna add in. I love mixing the oil without any without any thinner. I'm laughing at myself. It still needs to get like it's just trying to get the lightness right, and actually probably more cadmium as well. Will make a difference. Two Italian artists, what you painting tonight, Hart? Oh, stop it. It's the, yeah, no, it's good. Can't lie. That's it, I've arrived. I may as well just stop now. I have two Italian artists watching me paint. Right. Made a whole clump of colour here, so I'm going to seriously need to make it work. It's not. I've done pretty well at resisting my thoughts in regard to feeling pressured. I find that, you know, it isn't it. I mean, there's just certain things that are totally universal. That whenever the boss of anything comes in and you're doing something, you always feel slightly intimidated, and you should be doing it differently. That's the first one. And the second was, if you're doing anything on camera, or do you know the other biggie is commission? When you do a commission, how sealed, for those of you who do, how sealed are you, and you're thinking it's going to be terrible? No, let's just hold those thoughts away. I think actually the more opposed it is, the better it ends up being. You're all laughing your legs off here. Okay, we have another minute. Yes, I'm going to show the paint in a wee second again. It's actually quite an intriguing way to do it, isn't it? Chat to you while you're not seeing the painting. Think, what actually is it that he's doing? And I've got this wee. So this is an old. Oh, it's an old roundy brush actually. It looks like it's a very old roundy brush, and it's an oil brush, which is good because it's an oil painting. And I've used some brushes that really should have been for acrylic or watercolor washes in oil, and then they're totally destroyed. So lesson learnt. Although when you're doing a thin wash, because I use watercolor, I tend to use other medium as if they're like watercolor, you know. Oh, would you watch videos using oils, acrylic? It's interesting to me that there are some who enjoy the videos on the lino printing series. So several questions. So if you can answer these, this would be helpful to me. So the series that I did, I felt like there was a certain niche of people who loved the series, and there were others who were like, nah, not that invested. And when I do something like lino printing, it seems like some people again are really interested, but the majority going, yeah, you said you're Woodward's watercolor, so why are you doing printing? So tell me, what do you think? I'm way up in the top left corner of this now. It's the sound of the brush on the canvas. I love it. Oh, you have not seen the series, right? So there's a series on. There's two series. There's one I was painting, the one I did toasting marshmallows. There was another one on Bluebell Forest, and then there was a series on lino printing. Art's art, love it all. Okay. Appreciate that. Love the lino printing videos. Not sure I'll venture into that direction, but never say never. Okay, good. So far, 3 of you are going, yeah, dead on. I'm a line and wash girl yourself. Yeah, I hear that. And I'm a line and wash guy who flirts with other media, really. When I was no age, I was trying with watercolor, you know, and then my examiners didn't like what I did, and it really knocked my confidence. So for a lot of years I didn't do watercolor, and now actually I mean, well, do-overs are, what's the point in saying that what you would do now if you were back at uni or whatever. I mean, but probably, you know, if I was to go back and do a master's, I would be doing the master's in fine art on painting. It wouldn't be on anything else. Loved when you and your bro travelled to Ireland. Yeah, I was, do you know, from a sibling point of view, my brother and I are in our 40s now, and it was just so nice to get time together, and he was great. Just great. He's just easy going, you know, so he didn't mind me sticking the camera in his face saying, right, brother, now we're going to talk about this, you know, so that was good. Thanks for that. Love to see a series on watercolour landscape. I can do that. JF, I have rheumatoid arthritis, so certain things are a bit of a trigger. However, those soft lino panels look good. Yeah, I mean, they really are, and they're not. There's a company called Hand Printed, handprinted.co.uk, and that's where I got mine off, and they were really reasonable. Now, probably got them 3 or 4 years ago, so they're going to have gone up in price a bit, but they're just, I really like them. I think they're experts and really reasonable, so check them out. Okay, so the series seems to be something that people are going, yeah, no, I can work with a series, okay, but maybe just focusing a little bit more on series with line and wash. So we could do like a step by step. Now the only thing, because I really do believe that art is about, you've got to find your own way to do it. The problem that I have with me doing a step by step is, well, maybe that's very helpful. Maybe I'm overthinking that now, you know. Just show how you do it. Right, you want to see this? I should actually turn it around a wee bit. And then you can... Oh. I'm using this dodgy... It's not dodgy, actually. It's just a bit of a nightmare to angle around. It's not going to stay, that's the only thing. Right. Sorry about all the woggling. Okay, Mike D. JF, not suggesting this as a cure, but I have cramps in my hands and it seems a 24 or 48 hour water fast cures. At least for days, so that's interesting. I was going to turn this round. I know I'm just decided not to. I'm enjoying that. And also, actually, we've got different time zones here, so some of you are, you know, where it's getting dark here now because we're so far north. But for some of you, it's midday pretty much. Maybe earlier than midday, actually. We know any Australians watching tonight? Do a bit of work up in the corner here. We've actually found that lighter tone. This is just a total mass of green, which is so enjoyable to paint with. Do you know one thing I love about when you're doing something larger? Yes, going to show the painting in a second. Is when you're painting something larger, or with acrylic or oil, you know, mixing or adding white or a darker tone color down and then putting that on top is really good. Okay, so here we go. Ta-da! So that's what we're working on. Isn't it mad, just reading what you said there, Jeff? Isn't it mad how much diet just totally affects your physical body, mental? I'll give you a tour around it. It's just a total and utter mass of green. Just really enjoying playing about with it. So yeah, I wonder if we come further back. What's it like further back? Yeah, I mean, I think it's got something, hasn't it? Answers on a postcard for those of you old enough to remember that. So there you go. Thanks, Jeff. Right, are we done? Do you want to keep chatting for a wee bit, or are we done? Time to move on. Time for you all to get on with the rest of your days. JF, going back to, what'd you say you were in the gym working out? Sorry for inhibiting your keep fit routine. Anybody else remember Mr. Motivator? Well, he was something more in the UK, but I remember as a kid, Mr. Motivator. Thanks, Cubs win. Where at Cubs wins, I'm assuming from the name, that you're American. Is that right? Unless the Cubs are ants like animals or something like that. And My Grace Cottage, you'd said something, and then you've retracted. It says comes up message retracted. It's always fascinating when somebody removes a message, isn't it? And you didn't catch it. You think, oh, what did they say? Right, and also. Chicago Cubs. And are you based in America? Looks like out my window right now in Canada, leaves barely turning. We have a few starting to fall. I have my blueberry shrub. Before I was painting lots again, I used to garden lots, so I absolutely love gardening. But what I really loved, it's like everything, you love watercolor, but you play about. I tried vegetables for years, didn't enjoy them, but I love growing fruit, and I have a little blueberry shrub that I've had probably for, geez, it could be 12 or 10 years anyway. And I planted it in the ground this year, and this year's yield, I just picked loads of them. It was just, they'll be going into my porridge. Chicago Cubs, you said, sorry, I've already read that out. Show me age there. And now I want to add in some more white. How we doing? Texas, well, it's going to be warm there, isn't it? Big fan of The Chosen. I know it's been filmed in Texas, or I think they finished season 5 there fairly recently. Okay, just using up this bit of green, and then I want to put in some white. Sweet JF, sweet chestnut here is turning. Colors are falling, such gorgeous colors, I'm sure. I need to finish my workout and then some Tai Chi to finish my day. Buena notte, everyone. Thanks, Colin. This is fab. Thanks for coming along, for coming to JF. And Mike D, ciao. So I think we are on that note coming to the end of this. So thank you so much for your suggestions. Thank you for coming online. Thank you for watching. Buenos noches. Bonne nuit. Good night from Belfast. Thank you, everybody. Bye.